I'm going to go, hello everybody, my name is Pookzta here, and welcome back to a brand new video on the third channel, where today I'm joined by a very special guest, Golden Galaxy.
Hello. I wasn't making attention, sorry.
Oh, yeah. I was doing... Right, okay. So anyway, today we're going to be ranking FNAF games, and he has kindly joined me. So, yeah, I guess we should get started then. So, I feel like you should introduce yourself.
No.
Okay, that's cool too. Anyway, so, let's start off with the first game on our list. We've got Five Nights at Freddy's 1. How are we feeling?
I don't know. It's good. It's the first game.
I mean, that is something.
About these games.
That is something. So, I'm just going to let you start off speaking for all of them, and then I'll...
Sorry.
Okay, luckily I'm going to be bleeping this out. Anyway, continue. What? Say something. Give it like a 1 out of 10, if you had to, and then describe it.
I give FNAF 1 a B. It's the first game, but like, I don't know. It's good for the first game, but it doesn't really hold up as much today. It's really good as a horror game though. Not if we're counting Foxy. Foxy's jump scare is awful.
Okay. In all honesty, it is the only thing to me is that it's the first game and it started all... Well, I mean, technically maybe like Chipper and Son started this.
Yeah, but like, FNAF 1 started FNAF itself. The only reason FNAF started... The only reason the idea for FNAF was given was because someone said that the people in that game look like animatronics.
Yeah, Chipper and Sons.
I'm trying so hard not to swear.
Oh, thank you for that. Anyway, so for me, it's either between... I mean, honestly, B tier. It is lacking content that future games do have, so I can probably agree to a B tier. Maybe like an A tier, not S tier. But I will put it... So, I think I can agree with B tier. So, I'm going to put FNAF 1 on B tier. Next is FNAF 2.
FNAF 2. This game is a good step up from FNAF 1. There's a lot more to deal with, and there's a few more mechanics. Like, the cameras, like the flashlight on the cameras, and the mask, obviously. There's no doors. That makes it even scarier.
I'm also going to... This is also when like most of the YouTubers like Dorko and stuff actually started joining FNAF and everything.
It almost tripled the amount of characters there were. Like, and it also added Toy Freddy.
Yeah, I did allow him to say that, guys. We did discuss this. I did allow him to say that. Anyway, I will censor it though.
Oh.
He said it fat and then an F word if you want to know, because that entire thing's going to be bleeped out. Anyway, so how are we feeling? Where should we put it? It's better than FNAF 1, so maybe an S tier or maybe just high B tier.
I think A tier, because the animatronics have a lot cooler mechanics. Obviously, Golden Freddy's back.
Yes, and he's actually an entity this time.
Yeah, he actually like does stuff. Entity. This is not does.
Yeah, it's same thing. Hallucination.
Or whatever. The puppet. I really like the puppets mechanic because there's nothing you can do when you start hearing the music box. It's always there, counting down. Obviously, you've got like the cool mechanics like Foxy, Withered Foxy, even.
Yes, which in all honesty, I'm pretty sure Scott did say in Dorko's interview that FNAF 2 was not the best coded game, and I think if he could go back and recode any of his games, it would be FNAF 2. I think that's what he said. He said something along those lines.
Didn't FNAF 2 deepen the lore a little bit? Like it
yeah, FNAF 2 is very lore heavy.
It gave us victims for the Bite of 87, which was Mangle, wasn't it?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was Mangle that did the Bite of 87. I guess that's pretty much. I think that's it. So A tier we're saying for FNAF 2 then. A tier.
The idea of having Phone Guy included is a really good way. This isn't really related to the game, but like, it's a really good way to make it obvious that it's not. It's what's the word?
A prequel.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Anyway, I think FNAF 2 then A tier. Anyway, FNAF 3.
FNAF 3, I don't know if I can say much about it.
Yeah, and also I've only completed fully FNAF 1, 2, 3, and Help Wanted, Dreadbear, AR, both Security Breach, like DLC and the main game. But from my experiences of trying to complete all of FNAF 3, I'm gonna put it in D tier.
One thing I will say about FNAF 3, I always thought that it was really easy because you'd only have to deal with Springtrap. I thought the Phantoms were just distractions.
No. From my experience of trying to do Nightmare Aggressive mode, it is not that easy in later nights.
Have you beat it?
I did beat it all. I've beaten all of FNAF 1, 2 and 3 on all their hard modes. I mean, FNAF 2 I did cheat a bit because I tried for so long trying to do it. So I just did CD Plus on all of the challenges and just beat them that way. What, did you do?
I think that's a good placement for FNAF 3.
Yeah, because I did beat both of these legit. I just didn't beat FNAF 2 legit because it was too hard. I couldn't do any of the challenges.
FNAF 3 had a good amount of lore, and like
actually explain Purple Guy. Games. In honesty, if the original trilogy ended here, I think we'd have like a pretty good straight out story. In all honesty.
And then FNAF 4 released.
Yeah, which sort of messed everything up, and then we got Dream Theory. Speaking of FNAF 4, that is next on our list. What are we thinking about it? That was a good segue.
FNAF 4 works really well as a horror game, doesn't work as well as a game. If that makes any sense.
Elaborate.
Because like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't work if you like hearing. You've got to turn up the volume really loud.
Dorko hates this game in all honesty because he hates like the loud noises and stuff and the listening.
So the first night isn't usually that bad in any of the games.
Yeah, that meme as well. Anyway, where do you think we should put FNAF 4?
FNAF 4, I'm not sure because like that sound thing is one of the reasons why I don't want to play this game because I like. The thing is,
I'm going to have to move on to this at some point. There's 10 stars.
10.
Yes, like in the Halloween edition, you have to do like challenges and stuff. I have to do that at some point.
Oh my god.
We got like blind mode and then like aggressive Freddy and stuff, which is going to be a pain to do.
Hey, this game also spawned another meme.
What meme? I can't remember.
The Bite of 87.
Oh, I don't know how I forgot that one. Yeah, I remember that. Was that the Bite of 87?
Another good thing about this game, I am being messaged. Another good thing about this game is it was really good for lore. It showed us the Afton family, what we thought, I don't know. It showed us the Afton family. It showed us the Bite of 83, and it showed us the old Fredbear's diner. Fredbear's family.
Yes, diner. Which it did sort of help us explain the lore a bit more, but it also gives a bit of confusion. So where are we going to put it?
It cleared some stuff up, but it didn't clear anything up.
Yeah.
If anything, didn't this make everyone think we were playing as the child? I swear it made us think.
Yeah, that's what Dream Theory was. Because this night ended with an alarm clock, while all the other nights ended in grandfather clocks. And there was a grandfather clock at the end of the hallway in one of the doors you looked at. I think it was the left one. Anyway, where are we going to put FNAF 4? What are you thinking?
I'm not sure.
Should we put it like a middle ground, maybe?
I think that's good. Yeah. Oh yeah. It also brought in the Nightmare Fredbear and Nightmare, which It also brought in stuff like video discs or illusion discs. Sorry.
That was more Sis-located. I mean, that was more like the first book.
Was it? Oh.
Which actually did come out when this game, I think, was close to releasing. So yeah, that did also... Oh, actually, no, that was Twisted Ones. Never mind.
I have not been keeping up with the lore. I only pay attention to the game's lore.
Yeah. Next game is FNAF World.
FNAF World? I can't say too much about this game other than the fact that I have it.
I'm going to say FNAF World's either A or S tier. Like, at the beginning, it was really hated because it wasn't scary. But over the years, like recently... people have been loving it. So, and I always loved this game when it first came out. I used to play it and stuff.
Wasn't it really easy to like mess with the game's code? Because I've seen a bunch of challenges that it made everything really difficult. Remember?
Yeah, you can edit the codes off. The code of it, I think. If you had it on Steam. If you have it on Steam, I think you can edit the code of it. Anyway, there's not really much to say that we can both say. All I know, it's a really good game. I do enjoy it, so I'm going to give it like an A tier, probably, with FNAF 2. Because I wouldn't say it's S tier.
About this game.
Yeah, and you can't say anything. Just say if you can't say anything. Just try and give as much as you can. But yeah, so what I know from it, it's not S tier. There is a lot of things I don't really like about the game, but I'm going to give it an A tier with FNAF 2. Anyway, next is we have Sister Location. Anything you can say about this game?
I could probably say a bit. I did think it was really easy for some reason.
Yeah.
Obviously it wasn't. I liked the double ending thing. Where you could either go into the FNAF style office or just go straight to Super.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Because other than this, the only other game that I think had multiple endings, because I'm not going to count FNAF World, was FNAF 3. So that was the only other one that had multiple endings. And then this one came along and also had multiple endings you can get. And also, I'm pretty sure this was the game where apparently this is the game that retconned everything. That started to retcon everything. So
I think this is the game where didn't Scott originally plan to actually end it in 3? I think they did. Then they made 4.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
And then FNAF World was just meant to be like a side project, I think, just like a fun game for everyone. But then he made Sister Location.
It was Pizzeria Simulator that was supposed to be the end. Yeah,
and no, actually, I think UCN was going to... I'm pretty sure we'll get there when we get there, but UCN was meant to be like DLC for Pizzeria Simulator, then it got turned into its own game, and that was probably the ending.
Oh, right, because I remember Pizza Sim was the end of the main... We'll talk about Pizza Sim later.
Yeah, we'll talk about... So anyway, actually Pizza Sim's next, so just where do you want to put this?
A tier. The game, I feel like Sister Location was really well built. And obviously there's a lot more content.
I mean, in recent... It also was the first game to have voice acting, other than the update 2 for FNAF World.
Yeah.
Also, I will say this. This Location has been getting a lot of hate recently. Well, not recently, but it's been getting a lot of hate for its gameplay and how boring it is. But I remember it being quite fun, especially with the Fun Time Freddy levels and stuff and parts and service. So.
Can I go downstairs and get a drink quickly?
What?
Is that alright? Can I go downstairs and get a drink?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll wait here.
If you want to, you can start talking about Pizza Sim, because I don't have much to say about it other than the fact that it's scary.
Okay, I'll talk about Pizza Sim and I'll wait for you to get back for Ultimate Custom Night.
Alright. I can still say some stuff about Pizza Sim, just... Yeah.
Yeah, and all I would say my opinions and now you can come back and say yours. So guys, it's solo content. Anyway, moving back on to Pizzeria Simulator. Gold has left me to go grab a drink. Anyway, so Pizzeria Simulator. Now it's just going to be me solo now. Pizzeria Simulator is quite nice. It's really I enjoy Pizzeria Simulator. Pizzeria Simulator I think is really good. The night sections could do with a bit of improvement. Like I wish there was an actual camera system to actually do the nights, considering this was meant to be the last game, and then we got tons more after. But considering this was meant to be, so I have a feeling the night gameplay could be really good. But the simulator part, spot on. I love that simulator part. I think for me it might go in S tier, maybe. I don't know, because honestly, FNAF World might be high A tier. I'm going to put it high A tier. I'm going to wait for Gold to get back to see his opinions, because we might change it around then. But I'm going to put it in high A tier. I'm actually going to put real quick FNAF World in front of FNAF 2. Real quick, yeah, high A tier for Pizzeria Simulator. FNAF World goes in front of FNAF 2, and this location is very low A tier. It's not really the best, but it's really good in my opinion. Like, it's got some good graphics and stuff. Anyway, so I'm just going to wait for Gold to get back real quick, so he can say his opinions about the game.
Right, it took so long. I'm back.
Okay, he's now back, guys. Right, if you'd like to have a look, I did put Pizza Sim in A tier. Yeah, and I did speak my reasons, so if you want to say anything, we might move it. I also put FNAF World like second place A tier, and this location's at bottom A tier. Anyway, say your opinions.
Right. Pizza Sim and UCN were like the two most notorious games to me and my cousin, because UCN was something I could just play when I'm bored, because lots of replayability. I'll talk about that in a second. Pizza Simulator was scary as me and my cousin would spend so long trying to beat it.
Swearing.
And it's made me like love the game. But we're cowards, so we didn't. Anyway, on to the other game.
Yes. Also, swearing.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, now we're going to move on to the next game, UCN. In all honesty,
there's a lot of replayability.
It might be S tier.
There was a couple secrets in the game, like all of the DD's secret characters, and obviously there's one of the hardest challenge in FNAF. It's 50-20 mode.
Yes, I think it's still the hardest challenge in FNAF, out of the mainline series. I think it is the hardest.
It could be, because like you haven't even beat it, have you?
No, not yet. I haven't even started UCN.
Well, obviously with UCN, there's a bunch of secrets in it as well. Like, the Old Man's Consequences secret.
Mm.
That's the only one that I know of.
Yeah, there's the also, like, Fredbear secret. Yeah, Fredbear secret. If you try to use a death coin on Golden Freddy when he's set to 1, Fredbear jump scares you.
Oh, yeah, speaking of...
It's alright.
The sheer amount of, like, mechanics in this game, it's really good, but it can get a bit much.
Yeah, there's not really a lot to say. So I do like the office skins and stuff, but where do you want to put this? I'm feeling like below 80. Like, it's alright, but it's literally just like custom night on steroids, really. So it's just like any other custom night on steroids. So where do you want to put it? I'm thinking maybe B in front of.
I think low B.
Low B. Okay, so here then.
Yeah.
Alright. So it's sort of in the middle, sort of not. Anyway, next game is... I think this is where your knowledge is gonna start to really like dip and stuff about the game. So I'm gonna have to put in here. Help Wanted.
I can't say much about this other than the fact that obviously it's the first VR FNAF game.
Yeah, for me this is an S tier. I'm just gonna put it in there because I've completed this one. I've completed it all the way. It is really good. I do enjoy that. The levels are fun to do, and it's incredible. We are going to go on to its sequel at the end of this, so that's going to be fun to do as well. I do have opinions about that, and I'm going to compare the two. But comparing it to like other games, this one's really fun. Like the mini games are really fun to do. So yeah, that's pretty much just my opinions about it. For what?
You can choke on the toys.
Choke on the toys.
Right, there's some prizes that you can get.
Oh yeah, you can eat like most prizes you get.
That's what I wanted to say about like Easter eggs in the game.
You can get jump scared from Plus Trap when you open it. I've got that a few times.
I like the little gifts. They're cool.
Yeah.
What's next?
Curse a Dreadbear, which I'm just going to put straight away in D tier.
I genuinely can't say anything about it.
Yeah, you can't say anything about it, but from my experience, it's going in D tier. It's a short game, but it's like pretty much the exact same thing as how Wanted like 1, because we have one like there's 2 unique sections of mini games, but then there's one where it's literally just like FNAF 1 and FNAF 2 like put together and stuff. And it's only got 3 nights as well. And also there's like no hard mode. Did forget to talk about hard mode, but there's no hard mode at all. So it's going to go in maybe like C tier, maybe just D tier. It was alright, but it wasn't really that good, like playability wise. Anyway, I guess next game FNAF AR, which you can't say anything about, but I'm putting in F tier. It is shut down now, you can't play it, but when it was open, it started off really good, then it just went downhill. Like, the microtransactions in this game and stuff, and the customer support was not very good. So it can go in F tier. I did actually play and beat this one, but it was
next year, by the way.
Anyway, yeah, these are just like spin-off games anyway. Anyway, I'm going to talk about a little bit more about FNAF AR. So with FNAF AR, because I did do one video on it just to say, you know, I've done it and stuff, just showing off everything I got over the years. Like, they were going to add so many characters to it, and they promised so much stuff, yet they never gave us it. They never gave us that. The only cool things I liked was Plus Traps areas and that DLC they came out with, and that was it. Like, all they did was skins from that day forth and not characters. So yeah, it's not really good because they promised us the Glam Rocks, Lefty, which was in the game files. He was fully done, fully ready. His mechanics weren't in the stuff, but like his animatronic and stuff was all in. They were going to promise us like the rest of the fun times with Funtime Foxy. We were going to get the Nightmares at some point. We were going to get the what was it? That was really just it. They promised us those characters though, but then they promised us like loads of them. Like Endo 02 was probably going to be one and stuff. Like the Wizards, they promised us the Wizards like a long time ago, but they never gave us it. All they did was they kept coming out with skins and skins and skins. Anyway, that's it for FNAF AR. I guess next two. Can you say anything about these 2 games?
I cannot, and I'll be on mute while you're talking about them.
Are you messaging someone?
No, I just want to be on.
Okay. You can... Okay, yeah, anyway. So Gold can't speak about any of these games, but we got Freddy in Space 2. Now, this was just like... sort of like a troll game. It was for MatPat's charity stream. So right, it's quite a good game, but it's going to go in C tier, along with Fury's Rage, which might go down a bit. It's just a short fighting game, nothing too much to it. It's going to go in C tier. Like, that's pretty much it. Next though, Gold. We have Security Breach. Can you say anything about it?
Yay!
This is going to be a long one.
Security Breach. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's amazing, but
I enjoy it.
It's so boring. Sorry, I can't swear. Sorry.
It's not boring to me.
Boring.
It's just the fact is, I had an idea that they could have made it a lot more scary if they gave the animatronics their red eyes like there was in the trailer, and also the lights just would dim around the whole location. Because in nearly all the trailers you saw, the lights were completely off. Like in Monty Golf, in that trailer, all you could see was the neon lights and all the lights were completely off. But main game, Monty Golf, is like it's daytime and the building's still on. Like, that could have made it so much more scarier and stuff. But everything else I enjoyed about it. Maybe the story could have been cleared up a bit better, but you know, yeah. but it wasn't that scary.
My problem with Security Breach is that like half of it is a walking simulator, and it's also just confusing. Sorry.
It's fine.
It's really confusing.
I probably cut out most of the squares. Yeah, in all honesty, I do agree, because I remember they did change, like, during the updates and stuff, they changed the maze-size maze, which that was super confusing and stuff. Like, the only cool parts I liked was the DJ Music Man section, daycare section. I know people praise the endo section, but I didn't like it that much because it was difficult on how many endos there were. That was pretty much it. I did like the repair sections where you had to repair Freddy, but that was it for like gameplay wise. The arcades were cool. What else? Like, the arcades were cool and stuff, but that was it. Like, but I did like have this suggestion. I don't know if I said it in a video at all on my main channel where I played Security Breach. But I gave a suggestion where they could have kept their red eyes that we saw in the trailer, and also that because also in the trailers the building was completely off. It was completely pitch black, like in the Monty Golf scene in one of the trailers. It was completely dark. The only way you could see that place clearly was if you went into the cameras, which honestly the Fazwatch did get a major upgrade from what it used to look like in one of the early trailers compared to what it looked like today. But it was so dark, like you could barely see Monty in the distance and stuff. And all they needed to add was maybe like a bigger bit of fog, maybe a bit of dust particles around, and then probably would have looked alright. Because after they did like the shutdown protocols, I had a suggestion where it just went pitch black then, and all you could see was the neon lights. But that's really it for my opinions on Security Breach. It was a good game, like it was amazing. First like free roam FNAF game. It was amazing, it was really cool and stuff, but yeah, nothing really else to it. I'm going to say maybe like an A tier, probably below, maybe above Pizzeria Simulator. What do you think? Maybe an S tier. What do you think?
A tier.
High A tier.
Yeah.
For Ruin though, without question doubt, A tier. I mean S tier. Maybe right. Above FNAF Help Wanted.
Ruin did seem really good. It was a lot less buggy than Security Breach, I think.
Yes, it was also scary, and there was no lights other than a few neon lights.
Obviously, it had all the animatronics from last game, but my favourite part about it showed that, like, obviously the Burn Trap ending wasn't real.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was one of the Princess Quest endings that was real.
Right. What I liked about it is the way it handled Freddy. It had a prototype. It was a different Freddy, but it looked pretty similar to what actually happened to Freddy in one of the endings.
I'm pretty sure that is the same Freddy, just its paint came off and said prototype. There's many theories about it, like is it a different Freddy or not? Is it the same? Like there's so many theories about it.
It would be the same thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, people like there's two main theories I see. That it's the same Freddy, and that prototype logo you see on the back was scraped off over time because of how old it was, and that's why Freddy couldn't really be hacked by Glitch Trap in the first game. So because he was a prototype version, and also he was just, people found out that he is sort of in the same location where that ending does take place. There's also one other thing I want to say: the Glamrock Bonnie Easter egg. That was cool. It was a good game and stuff. Any more thoughts on it or no?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say S tier. It was good, and it also sort of helped us figure out Security Breach a bit more. It was also a big improvement. Anyway, next game is Freddy in Space 3. That can just go on D tier. It was literally just made to promote the movie and stuff. It's literally just a movie game. It was like a troll game and stuff. So yeah, it can go in detail. It wasn't that good. It did actually give loads of references back to the community, especially for one level.
By the way, what's that last game?
How Wanted 2. This is How actually, I'm done with Freddy in Space 3, not a lot to say about it, so let's just move on to How Wanted 2, which I think belongs in S tier. Maybe between Ruin. You don't know anything about How Wanted 2?
I haven't seen anything about it. I haven't played it, obviously.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to talk about How Wanted 2 then. So, I'm going to put it in between Ruin and How Wanted because it's better than How Wanted. Like, the mini games are better. It's just there's loads more mini games to play and stuff. Hard mode is really good as well. It also gives us a bit of lore about some other things. And apparently we are playing as Cassie's dad, which is interesting. Like, the ending's really cool and stuff. I enjoy How Wanted 2. Helps us solve like this new era of FNAF way better. And then of course it's not as good as Ruin, I don't think, because Ruin, even though it was quite short, Ruin, like, it was just really like, Ruin is just a bit better in my opinion, because I really enjoy it because it's free roam and I like the free roam stuff. How I Want to isn't free roam, but I do enjoy it and I can't wait to play it when flat mode comes out on June 20th. I am still waiting for that, and then you'll be able to go watch that series on the main channel. Anyway, that's how I feel about How Wanted 2. It's really good. It's way better than the first one, but not really as good. Like, it's very close to passing Ruin, but not really to me. Anyway, that is it. We have now ranked all of the FNAF games from from FNAF 1 all the way up to the most recent one, How Wanted 2. Now, I don't know whether or not I will return to this in the future, of course, when more games release, because we have that Into the Pit game and that official Roblox game coming out. So, I don't know, Gold, would you like to join me for part 2 when another one comes out? When more games come out, would you like to join me for part 2, maybe?
I would.
Okay. Anyway, guys, that is it for today's video on us ranking the FNAF games from FNAF 1 to How Wanted 2. I really hope you enjoyed this first episode of Pookzta's podcast, and I really hope you enjoy. I really hope you come back for more, because next time in episode 2 we will be ranking FNAF characters. I will be doing that solo. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.